What is up, Worcester? It's time for yet another signing here, presented by Fly Worcester ahead of the 2025-2026 ECHL season. I have with me here today a defenseman returning for his second year here in Worcester, first year on an ECHL contract, Cam McDonald. Welcome back to Worcester.
Good to be here. Good to be here. Glad to be back.
Great to be having you back here. Fans are plenty excited to see you sign back with the team, of course, upon being announced here. But let's first just talk about your summer, how things have been, what you've been up to since the season ended.
Well, since the season ended, just kind of took my time back home and obviously kind of get out of the boots a little bit and enjoy the good old Alaskan weather and go out fishing and hiking and whatnot and spend some good time at the cabin. But came down to Minnesota about middle of July, and this is where I usually do my summer training down here. Just a good group of guys that come back here every year and kind of started last summer and kind of kept with it this year. And so I'll stay here till the start of the year and excited to get back to Worcester and get to work.
Now, talk about Alaska. I know we talked about it a little bit off camera here. The Shackle brothers, you have some familiarity with them. You played with Porter, played against Tanner. So now you're hopping back onto a team, and there's going to be a real taste of Alaska in Worcester this season.
It'll be good to have fellow Alaskans with me and the group there. So I think it'll be a good time and just having some familiarity with home and obviously the Shackle family, which is a great family back home. And I mean, consider ourselves really close and just all those Alaska hockey families back home. It's hard not to know each other and grow up playing with them and playing against them. And so it'll be good to have those two with the group this year.
Everyone pulling the rope in the same direction this time around will be good. Now let's talk about your last year, your first professional season back in the 24-25 season. Spent time with both Bridgeport and Worcester. Just talk about the season for you. 51 games, your first pro season. How'd you get a taste of things? How'd you like it?
I loved it. I mean, obviously a lot different coming from school and kind of had to adjust to that, but just getting the amount of games I was able to get both in Worcester and in Bridgeport, I found the year to be very good. And obviously it's a little bit of adjustment, but I think overall, it was a good year. Just trying to find consistency, obviously going back and forth a little bit, but I think I couldn't be more excited to be coming back this year and get the work going. So I'm excited.
And you see it happen. It's happened with a couple teams and a couple different levels where you're coming off an AHL contract, but you're signing here in Worcester now, and for you it means you're sort of excited to get in and be ready for the year and spend some time here in Worcester.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was kind of just an easy choice to come back to Worcester. I mean, just such a great staff. Obviously DCU Center is unbelievable. We're able to play in front of a great fans every night, and I think that's something, that speaks volume, especially within the league. And it's hard not to see that and want to be there and be playing, for the fans and especially for the group that we have coming. I mean, I think we got something special and just can't wait to get there and see the guys again and kind of get in the routine of things and obviously, play the game we love. So I think that'll be a big piece to it.
Talk about your relationship with head coach and general manager Nick Tozolino. His first year as a head coach GM coming in now, his first full season. Just conversation between the two of you, sort of what that was like and getting you to come back and some expectations for you coming into the season.
I mean, coming into the season, I knew if anything, I wanted to be under Tuz again. I mean, I think last year, especially kind of being his first year, and it was a little lopsided in the first, the start, and we didn't know kind of who was going to be coach. And so once Tuz kind of took over, and I think things just we were rolling from that point on, and it was an easy decision to come back under him and play for him. And I think guys will test this as playing under him is great. I mean, I think we have something to play for every night when he comes in the room and has that great energy and wants to win. And I think that's the culture that we're creating here. So just the talk coming back in. I mean, I know we lost a D coming this last year, so just to play and just play your game and play confident and not worried about, getting called up or just all this, just focusing on your game. And that was a big part of our talk is just going from there and playing with confidence, playing with that jam, and then the good things will happen from there.
You are going into your first full year here in Worcester. You've been spending a lot of time really in the New England region as a whole. However, of course, last year split between Worcester and Bridgeport. Bridgeport being just about as far out of New England as you can get while still being in New England, but even still. And then a 4 year career, or 5 year, excuse me, over at Providence College. Talk about just your time in the area as a whole and what your thoughts are at this part of the country.
I mean, time in the area has been great out east. I mean, I think it holds a special place in my heart. And I mean, obviously playing 5 years in Providence, got to know that area very well. And being so close to Boston, close to New York, I mean, everything's within driving distance, which I loved. And you got to see parts of the world that I might have never thought I was going to see. From Maine to Connecticut to, just bouncing all over the East, is pretty special. And I think it is just a beautiful area and coming from back home and obviously completely different, but in a good way. I mean, I think it's just being there. There's so much going on and the people, get a bad rap, kind of the mass holes, if you will. But I mean, I've never had any problems with the people there, and I found them nothing to be great and you know and welcoming. So I'm very happy to be back in the area and find my way there. So
And in coming back to the area, any restaurants in particular, that one meal you're looking forward to getting back to?
a couple different spots. I mean, obviously, I think the guys kind of fell in love with the Treehouse Brewing at kind of the end of the year, just the patio, and you get the food trucks come out there, and it's in Charlton, a little bit out of the city, but I felt guys loved hanging out there since it's such a good outside area, and it was just very scenic views, and obviously lived out there by the lake house too, which was an awesome time. So and staying in touch with my Alaskan roots, so which is good. I'd say that's number one out of anything for me, but that's also another place. Why am I'm blanking on the name, but all I know is they got some mean French toast latte. So I'll be going back there.
That's outside of my realm. I don't know where you could be talking about with that one, but sounds good. I'm not a
It'll
latte
come
guy, but
it'll pop up for me. I know it will. I'll just I can't remember the name right now. I'm blanking on it, but
it's got like
it's like
internal compass. You'll go in the general
yeah.
direction once you land
Yeah,
in
I know
town.
exactly where it's at, but I can't remember the name. It's just it's a go-to.
Nice, very nice. Now, just otherwise, looking back at things on the ice, what are some things maybe this summer you've been working on that you're looking forward to developing into your game this season?
I think just being, being mindful and jumping up when I can. And obviously I like to focus on my D side of my game first. I think that from good D will come good offense. But I think just focusing on jumping up in the plays more and creating some better offensive chances, whether that be 4-on-2, 3-on-2, and just being that extra man up in the rush. And especially just working on doing that, but then also the blue line work and getting pucks through, which is key for a defenseman in the EC or the A. So I think just focusing on little things like that will come a long way this year.
Another element of your game that was present last year at times, your physicality. 5'9" defender, but you hit like a refrigerator. Just talk about that side of your game and sort of the fearlessness it seems like you have out there at times.
Yeah, I mean, being, the average height is tough, especially in a taller sport. But I've always like to have a physical side to my game and throw my weight around, even if it's a guy who's 6'3" or 210. I like to consider myself I could go against him in a battle in the corner, or whether that be throwing a hip check or a hit or whatnot. It's just I think that's a big key to my game is being physical and throwing guys off with, oh, maybe he's not going to hit, but I don't think that's ever crossed my mind to not be physical and use my body to my advantage.
Opening night's coming up. It's less than 2 months away at this point here as we get into the later days of August. Just if you would talk to the fans, any message you have as everyone's getting ready to come down to watch the team on opening night, October 18th.
I think just be ready. I mean, I think we're gonna have a group that is going to be different and come ready to play and excited to be back in the DCU. I mean, the fans were a big part of our team last year, so need their support coming out and getting excited to be back there and pumped for the first game come October time.
Cam McDonald is the next signing for your Worcester Railers here ahead of the 2025-26 season. Cam, thanks so much for taking the time here today.
Yeah, thanks, Tim.